Alright, so for this video I'm just going to show you how to change a flat tire. What we need to do is get this, I don't know what it's called, tire wrench. And you can do something like this, and you can see this hook right here. Hook it just like that. You can get another one and just slide it along. There we go. Now we want to push this stem out through the top there, and from here you should just be able to pull the tire free. But if not, you would use the tire wrenches in order to just continue breaking the rubber free. So set this aside, and we'll just pull this guy out. So at this point, it'd be a good idea to just check the overall condition of the tire if you feel it's necessary. So these treads are pretty good. Obviously, they're not worn out. The tire was worn out. You'd replace the whole thing. So we got spares of those up here. You know, I know this is a different style of tire, but you understand what I'm saying. It's also good to note where the hole was. So, and I say that because if you ride over a nail, the nail could still be in the tire somewhere, which you should be able to just visually see that. And I'm kind of just feeling around on the inside, and I'm not seeing any nail. Again, it's worth going over here, making sure there's nothing too obvious. There's a little bit of rust right there, right where the weld breaks. But yeah, if you see any rust that's on the inside of here, you can just sand that off or handle that however you like. But what we're going to do is look for the hole on this guy. Okay, so you should probably be able to see that, but I can audibly hear the air escaping that, so it's pretty easy. If you think there's a hole but you can't find it, it would probably be, at that point, it would probably be necessary to get yourself like a bucket of water like this. So I'll go ahead and dunk this down, and you can see that pretty clearly. There. So obviously a hole right there. Okay, you can still see that hole. Obviously, after it deflates, it becomes really hard to see. So if you've got something like a pen laying around, go ahead and there you go. Mark that best you can. I'm just going to mark it all the way around here. There you go, right in the middle of that bullseye. Anyways, we'll get the rest of this air out of here. And now, we're going to get one of these, some of your sandpaper here, and we're going to sand the whole area around that hole. And you can see where these pen marks come in handy because you can't see that hole anymore, so I'm just going to sand that whole area. Alright, Now that we got that sanded down, we're just going to get some of this rubber cement on there. We're just going to spray it. Get a little glob. Get an appropriately sized patch. Really not a big deal what size you choose. And I'm just spreading it around with the back of this. Okay. So now we wait for this to dry. You can just go off and I don't do some other thing for 10 minutes, but I'll get back to you guys. Alright, now that you've waited some time for this to dry, we're going to take our patch here, peel it off like this, put it right over top of that hole. We're going to mash it down as best we can. There we go. That's all there is to that. Now we need to let this set overnight, but now we'll be able to use it perfectly normal in the morning. I could show you on one of these. This is a patch I did previously. Yeah, this too. Once you can see, this is a situation where like a nail or a thorn or something had pierced straight through. So it went in right here and went out right there. But you can fix that as well. I'll just show you real quick what that looks like. There you go. That's what that looks like. So, perfectly fine. But if you ever get to a point where you have more patches than you have inner tube, then I don't just throw it away, and we got boxes of new ones. But I need to show you how to put this back in place. So we're going to take our tire. I'm going to put this, just tuck this inner tube inside here. That back to our wheel. We're going to find a hole for our stem. Pull that through. So now we're going to do the same thing in reverse. We're going to get one of these guys. Just pull it. Pulled it just a little too far. There we go. Perfect. You want to make sure through that process that this stem is straight down. You don't want it cockeyed to either end, because then the stem will just break. There you go. Everything stayed together. It's holding air. It's good to go.